Okay, so I said this episode was gonna be easy. This is gonna be cakewalk with just UI, but I lied. I mean, I changed my mind. Let's just kind of keep a nice pace. Let's not get too soft, or else we're gonna just have a hard time getting back to code. Okay, so now let's take it half and half. What we're gonna do in this episode, we're just gonna basically have a starting menu, let's say, where the user would be able to start the game. So we will trigger those two functions, which is initialize level 1 and create the chest and send money to it. So now we're gonna do this and then initialize the game. And in the next episode, the last one, we're gonna make the player move and have them able to claim the reward. Okay, so let's just get to work. Of course, first of all, it's gonna be some UI work, and for that, let's just kind of take it easy. With this, we make it full screen with the panel, and let's say this is gonna be our background, and background is gonna be just available all the time. Let's make it nice and flat with some color. Adventure. This looks like an adventurous color. And the next up, we're going to add a VBox container. And a VBox container is going to be pretty cool because it will allow us to just place things one after another in some clear fashion. So what I mean by that is this. For example, label, I'll say tiny adventure game. And it's going to be in the center, right here also in the center. And you can see VBox container is aligned to begin. I think it would be cool if I made it center. So now whatever I'm adding, you'll see that it's just gonna get added like that, okay? So label, let's make the theme overrides, font size. I'm not gonna mess with the fonts, but this is gonna be Tiny Adventure Game. Title. Next is gonna be description. Oh no, maybe we don't need a description, but the best on-chain game made on Godot. So this is gonna be the description, just so that I can show you how this UI thing works. Okay, so most of the things you do with UIs, you're doing with VBox or HBox, vertical or horizontal box containers. Next off, HBox container. Yeah, let's do an HBox container. And we'll say, so inside VBox, we can also have HBox container. And on this, we will add a token visualizer. So this is just gonna show us our Solana balance. So balance, token visualizer, right? So token visualizer, and for that, we will add a texture rect. A texture rect, for this, we'll add Solana logo. And let's not keep size, let's fit with proportionally, keep centered, and let's do, for this we also need to set not begin, but it's center as well. So it doesn't, and also we need to set a minimum size. So let's do 64 and 64. Sure, that's gonna be better. So now we're gonna see your visual, the logo of the token, and also let's add another label. Which is gonna say, let's say, some amount of Solana. For now, let's just add just dots because it's loading. It will be first loading, and else when it loads up, it will say 0.07 or something. So you will see your balance. All right. So this is gonna be amount. No, let's say balance. And in token visualizer, visual gets here, balance goes here, load on ready. So when the scene is loaded, it's gonna show your balance, and auto update balance. I'm not sure we need that for now. And also missing icon path. I don't think we need to set this because we just set this Solana manually as well. So let's, and also we don't need to set token to load because Solana is by default. So if you don't set anything, it's gonna be Solana. Cool, and now let's move on. So now we have token visualizer, and next up, let's add just the button to play, I think. Just the button to play. Let's, of course, you can see because it's like the VBox container is like huge like that. Let's not make it expand. You can see it makes a horizontal fill. Let's make it shrink center. And this is also shrink center so that it just doesn't fill all the VBox, but shrinks to its size. For the size, let's also make it 100 on 100. No. It needs to be like, let's say 180 on 60. Yeah, kind of like that. And the button is just gonna say start game. And start game, maybe we can make it a bit bigger in size. So font size is like that, sure, like that. And we can also do some theme overrides on the main VBox container, this one. We can also go to constants and do some separation. So it just kind of looks a bit nicer. See, tiny adventure game, the best on-chain game in Godot, and like that. And also, you may want to, for example, let's do, because it can be pretty interesting. So in this VBox container, we can also add another VBox container and set it from the start, and we added the title and description, we added to this one. So you can see now that this has its own constant separation, and this VBox only separates these 3 items. So you can see now by just adding this into one VBox container, they kind of get to be in a similar kind of close to each other, if you know what I mean. All right, so now we have this kind of a main UI working, and this is gonna be start game button. Oh, and also this is not going to be a VBox container. We need to call it start screen. And there's also going to be another screen, which I think we can maybe duplicate, or maybe we're just going to need another VBox container. No, let's duplicate. It's going to be easier to work with that. So, and this is going to be game screen. And with this, we'll say move to the chest, so that when we load up, we'll know that this actually worked somehow. So let's just do a bit of remove this, move to the chest. This I will not need a token visualizer, still will probably need. The title and description, probably not. Yeah, move to the chest, and this is gonna say move button. So move. But for this, I will leave a bit later. So for now, let's not touch game screen. It will only be useful when we change to this screen. Okay, so now let's do just this. I apologize for all this flip-flopping, but I decided to split those videos apart because it's just a different vibe. You know, you cannot have one video where you just do UI stuff and code stuff. So just to make it nicer, I just split them up. So next episode, we get to work, like for real.